This is one of my favourite ribbon stitches. It's a really fun stitch. It's really, really easy, and you can use up all those little leftover bits of ribbon that you might have, so save those, don't throw them away, because we only need very short pieces of ribbon. So this is about 6 centimetres long. You can experiment with how long you want to make these. And this is a 7mm ribbon I've got here, and for this one we don't need any ribbon work needles, so the chenilles, we're just going to use an embroidery needle. So you will need a bit of embroidery thread as well. I've got the stranded here, and I've matched the colour. You probably won't see the thread, you shouldn't see the thread, but just in case, match the colour if you can. So I'm just going to use one strand of this. I'm going to thread that in my embroidery needle, and then I've just marked, I'm actually going to do 3 of these, so I'll cut them first, I think, actually. So there's my first one, and if you want to make them a bit smaller, you can do the ribbon slightly smaller or use a narrower ribbon. So I should make these about the same. So I'm going to cut 3 of those. That's all you need. And they're so quick as well, they're really, really great stitch. So come up where you want to start, and you want your flower to sit. And I'm actually going to just put a couple of stitches in with this embroidery thread, because if this comes out, the whole flower will come out. So just a couple of stitches straight up and down in the spot you want to come, just to secure the end of the thread. And then bring that thread back up. And then what we're going to do is just work a running stitch along the length of the ribbon. So start at the end. Now I'm going nearer to one side rather than in the middle. You'll see why that is in a minute. And I'll just put a few stitches in and then show you. So just a running stitch all the way along one edge of that ribbon. You can just pull it through if it's easier, because then you can hold it in place. Don't worry too much about how neat the running stitch is, because we're going to gather it all up in a second, so you won't see it. Go right to the end of your ribbon. There we go, like so. Pull the thread through. It's a little bit of fiddling this. So I've got my running stitch all the way along my ribbon. Try and keep it flat if you can, try not to twist it. So then I'm just going to catch the end of the ribbon back where I started with the needle. I find the best way is if you can put it around your finger like so, so it makes a kind of a circle coil around my finger. And then all you need to do is just pull that down slowly. And you have one gathered carnation. Really easy, and how beautiful is that? Really lovely. There's only one thread holding it, so I tend to find if I just come up with my needle now, and you can just catch that down in a couple of places, just makes it extra secure. And you can just sort of see a little bit at the end of the ribbon here, so this is a good time if you've got any of stragglers from the end, just to catch them in with that thread. There's a little one there as well, look. So just come up with that thread, just push the end of the ribbon in and stitch it down. And that's all there is to it. How easy is that? So let's do one more. It's a little bit easier just to do it away from the frame. Running stitch all the way along, and then I just find it helps just to slide that ribbon down to the fabric, so you've got a bit of control over it. Just catch the end in, coil it around. This is the best bit. Instant flower. And then just use the thread just to catch catch the loose ends in and secure it in place. Just a couple of stitches will work. They work nice in groupings. 3 and 5s is always nicer than 2 and 4. Anyone who's done flower arranging will know about that. So I'm just going to put 3 together, makes a really nice grouping. And like I said, a really good way to use up any little bit of leftover ribbon. So save all the ends and you can make these flowers. So there we go, down to the bottom. Just catch the end in. Pull them down. And secure with a couple of stitches. There we go. So there's gathered ribbon carnations. They're not quite finished because they need some leaves really, but that's another stitch. So check out the ribbon stitch video and I'll show you how to do the leaves.